Hey everybody, how's it going? I am Jackson.
I am Tristan.
And we are Los Hermanos. We are doing what, episode 5?
Yep,
Episode 5 of Drinks With Los Hermanos. And today we are at the rink in downtown Battle Creek. And we are interviewing a few people from BC Ignite, co-founders, co-chairs, head honchos.
What do you guys consider yourselves?
Part of the steering committee, I guess. I don't really know.
Head of the steering committee.
Crazy.
Do that.
Yeah, crazy.
So we got Adam Kingston, Kayla Thompson.
Yep.
And we're going to sit here and talk about BC Ignite today.
Yeah, we got some cold brew for them. Brought to you by Cafe Rica, of course. And then Totally Rad by White Flame Brewing Company in Hudsonville, Michigan. So thanks.
So, all right, guys. You look at BC Ignite kind of as like an innovator leader on like the social change front in Battle Creek. So you guys are here interviewing with us, co-chairs. How did you tell us a little bit about yourself? Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Hillsdale, Michigan, so southeast of here a bit, and undergrad at Michigan, Wayne Law School. Relocated back to this area because my husband was from here, and when I got here, I did not know how to meet anyone, and I was really sick of being Mr. Golf's wife. So I wanted to find a space, a group to meet new people, learn some new things about the community, and just engage with others my age. So that's when I found Adam here and roped him into Ignite BC.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Adam.
Yeah, I grew up in Marshall, born and raised. Graduated, I went to Michigan State, go green, Buckeyes. But after I graduated, my degree's in education. So I did a year of student teaching at Jackson High School. Loved the mentorship aspect of that. I wasn't really passionate about history, social studies side of it. I just had to teach something, right? They don't just let you go in and mentor kids. So I got hired at the Community Foundation actually right after my year of student teaching. And I've been there ever since. So first job out of school, I've been there for 6 years. Love the work I get to do in the community, it's awesome. And yeah, that's how I met Kayla too, back in March at an event that we had downtown at the hotel.
And so how did you guys come up with this Ignite BC kind of group?
Well, it's been pretty organic. We really just had an idea of, hey, is there a young professionals group in town? Would that be something we should start? You know, what is there out there? And we kind of put our heads together and didn't think there was anything truly on point with what we were looking for. So that's when we were like, okay, let's gather some people and see what the community wants. And from there, we had our roundtables, and the community came forward and told us what they wanted.
There's a lot of people at the second meeting that we went to.
Yeah.
We were impressed by the amount of people that kind of were like like-minded. Yeah.
Yeah, it was sweet. I think that was when we knew that it was going to be at least semi-successful. Just seeing people from the nonprofit world, the hospital, you guys. Like, it was just a different group of people than what I'm used to hanging out in Battle Creek. So that's when we kind of thought that it could take off and be really cool.
But people came forward and told us they didn't want it to be young professionals. So that's what we were leading with. We thought, hey, we want young, like-minded professionals to come together. And the community really told us, like, hey, get rid of young, like who's to say if we're young or old, and get rid of professionals, because who's to say if you're a professional or not. So that's when we were like, all right, there goes the identity we had, let's start over.
Pivot real quick.
I remember that conversation about the professionals. It was like 15 minutes sitting there
at Schweitzer.
Yeah.
Just like, well, what is a professional?
Yeah.
I never really thought about that before, but
Yeah. It's like, let's stop defining things and let people just come forward, you know what I mean? If they want to come and hang out and play broom ball, that's great. Like,
So we've really changed it to just being people who want to ignite Battle Creek, who want to engage in Battle Creek, who want to do things in Battle Creek. So, hey, if you're 60 but you feel 40 and want to play broom ball, more power to you, you know? So just
sign the waiver,
sign the waiver. But we just want people that are ready to do positive things, and that's why we think it'll be really successful.
So, speaking of broom ball, you guys have an event this weekend, right? Broom ball here at the rink. Tell us about that and kind of what sparked the idea for the broom ball.
I don't even know.
You.
I think we were.
You were broomball.
I think we were drinking a beer with Cam at JB Whiskey, and we had the launch party all set, and kind of came to the realization that if we didn't have anything going after the launch party, everyone's going to be like, well, what the heck's going on with these people? Like a one-hit wonder type thing. So we really wanted to follow that with something that's fun, but also to give back a little bit too. And so I've done a little bit of work with the rink, with the community foundation, and ice skating just didn't seem like the fit. So I started thinking about what else you can do on ice, and broomball just kind of, and I pitched the idea, and I don't really know if you guys liked it right away, but it just kind of took off. I don't know. We
also wanted to highlight, like, part of our goal with Ignite BC is to highlight local businesses or things going on, and people don't know the rink is here. They think, oh, if you're not, playing hockey, there's no reason to go to the rink. Well, they have open skates, they have broomball now. There's a lot of things to do. So it just seemed like a really cool fit to offer a unique sport on the ice, some side games, a good Saturday in downtown Battle Creek.
Yeah.
So I thought it was sweet, but yeah, it was one of Adam's midnight ideas.
Yeah, just let's create something new and fun. You know what I mean? Like for people, to do, and so.
Yeah, I mean, with our experience downtown is on the weekends, not many people come downtown, so we just need more things to get people down here, and I think this will do a pretty good job of it.
Yeah. So I know, like in Michigan State, they have broomball for philanthropic reasons.
Yeah.
Is there any reason like that for this broomball, or?
Yeah, so what we want to do, so Ignite BC is at the very beginning stages of getting going, right? And we don't need a crazy amount of money, but we need some, right? Some startup funds. So we're going to raise a little bit of money for ourselves during the event, but also we're going to make a contribution to the Greater Battle Creek Ice Hockey Association and some of the youth stuff that they do in the community after the event as well. So it's all going to a good cause. And we're excited about, I think right now we've got 9 teams registered, which is really sweet. Room for probably a couple more.
Yep.
Always room for more.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't want too many, because we're like, logistically, we want everyone to be able to play a lot.
Yeah.
But certainly I think if we got a few more, we'd be okay with it. But
yeah, but I mean, a great turnout for a Saturday in December when people have holiday parties and so much going on. So we're pretty excited
that's great
to have the event.
All right, so what are some of your future events? Past broomball, do you guys have anything on the docket, or what are we going with here?
Yeah, so there's a couple different things that we have going right now. So we're going to launch our 4 committees after the holidays. So I know we kind of butted up to the holidays a little bit, but in January we're going to launch the 4 committees that we kind of presented at the launch party. And the amount of people that signed up for those committees blew our mind. We're like, if we can get 3 people on one of those committees, on each committee, we're like, that's great. We had like 50 people sign up for committees, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to figure out dates for those. But one of the events that we're really excited about in 2019 is a partnership with Heritage Tower and developer Mark Harmson. We're going to have like we don't really want to put a date on it yet, but like a late spring-ish event where we kind of launch Heritage Tower a little bit. He reached out to Ignite BC and was like, hey, I think you guys are the perfect group to help us do this. Their target market is obviously probably people our age, and so let's bring a ton of people into the tower, kind of showcase that, and get some people interested in living in the tower. So we're jacked up about that.
Yeah, and also showcase Ignite BC. So we want to make sure we're providing value to our members. So, not just going in and shaking hands, but coming in, learning about how Mark has created a real estate, venture and redeveloped this building and others, and how he's found it successful, challenging, and kind of put a professional development spin on it while also networking, having fun, being in downtown Battle Creek for a night. So
kind of networking in a different way instead of just going to these meetups and go, hi.
Yeah, exactly.
And
kind of old of that.
You guys, you guys have crazy schedules and do all this stuff outside of Cafe Rica, and so, I think the steering committee, we were on WBCK this morning at 8, which was really cool to talk about the broomball tournament and kind of launched this small organization that's become a second job to all of us. I always joke that I see my phone ring at like 11 at night and it's Kayla, and I like try to flip it over, so I'm like, I don't know what the hell is she gonna say this time, right? And so typically I just press ignore every
He
once in a while
calls me
to pick up.
back. He calls me back after I leave a voicemail so we can like gauge how crazy is this idea she has. Is it going to be 2 hours or just 20 minutes?
Yeah. But what I'm getting at is, it's taken a lot of time to launch this, and I think it's been well worth it. But I don't think we want to plan too many events before we get our committees together. And really, like you talked about, it's got to grow organically, and like everyone needs to be involved in the planning for this. So we'll see what that looks like. But the Heritage Tower thing's going to be cool.
Yep.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how that turns out.
We're hoping to have like upwards of 300 people there.
How many people were at the launch party? 100?
Yeah, no, it was over 100. I don't know the exact count.
The number the Enquirer quoted was like 160 at some point, which we didn't know either because we were just running
people
around
would come and go. So, but it was awesome. That was really cool to just be standing in that room and meet new faces that you didn't even know worked or lived or played in Battle Creek, but you know, like-minded, passionate, cool individuals. So I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, getting 10 people in one room is hard enough. Like 160?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And we didn't do, in my mind, we're just like, this is our launch party. Come. So we're like, there's going to be like 2 people that show up.
We honestly were just like scared it was going to be 40 people. And then like over 100 were there and we're like, what?
And that's kind of how it was with our anniversary party that we did this summer. We thought we did a pretty good job of telling people, and then we're like, oh man, how many people are really after what?
We were hoping for like 10.
Yeah. You don't really know, I guess, until you do it.
It's pretty great that like you can get that kind of support from community without even really knowing a ton about like what BC Night really is.
Yeah.
So that kind of leads me to this one. You guys mentioned members and committees. Like, what are those committees? And I guess, how does the membership work?
So right now, we're not doing like a paying membership.
Yeah.
We really just want people to, put their email addresses on our listserv and stay in communication with us. That way we can tell them what events we're having. Maybe down the road, in order to have sustainability, we'll have like a small membership fee. It would really be like $25, $40 a year, and that gets you discounted prices into our events. But right now, we just want enthusiastic people who are going to actually come to the events and be committed. And for the committees, Adam says it best, they're working committees. So it's not a full-time job. The steering committee are the idiots that took that part. But just the regular committees are, I would say maybe like, how many hours? Maybe like in person a year, 10 hours I feel like is all.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of behind the scenes like emailing or coordinating some things, but really not too much in person. But each committee is going to be charged with their own events. So social service should put on an event or 2 a year. And as we grow, hopefully more, a lot of this was kind of built off of the Detroit Young Professionals, and they have events like monthly, which would be amazing, but we have to just build up to that. So we're hoping that the committees just get a feel for what they're interested in and what they want to do, and then they'll organize it, and we will help facilitate with the connections and the funds and the et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. I always push back on the membership thing. I think if we are in the community doing meaningful work, I think people vote with their dollars, I guess. You know what I mean? I truly think that the funding will come, and there's a lot of philanthropic dollars that exist in this community. So I think if you're doing good work, the money will find you. It's like any nonprofit organization, I think.
Yeah.
I think one of the strengths of Ignite VC long term is going to be the connections that people make in the partnerships. So how can we take people that are new to the community like Kayla and engage them with everyone, right? And plug them into the community so the transition isn't hard and she's not sitting at home on Friday nights watching the Hallmark Channel, you know what I mean, during the holidays.
I do enjoy doing
We'll get her out to play broom ball, I guess, you know what I mean?
But we have awesome talent moving in or coming back, and there has to be a space for them to feel welcomed. Like, our community is going to be better if we build it. And we have to have people to call up when I can say, hey, you guys, brother, we need coffee. Like, what do we do? How do we do this? So it's just getting, like, cross-promoting and pushing every business and every individual and just building it up, because people will stay then. And that's really what the community needs, I'd say.
I would say that's probably one of the hurdles in Battle Creek right now, is that not knowing who's putting on these events. And like, now that you guys are there now, people can actually just go, oh, here, let me look here first, see if there's anything going on. Like, so it kind of gives it a home base for people to kind of start and start building, like you said.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of what we hope, is just to kind of be that hub, that if you're looking for something fun to do, and connections in the community, I mean, hopefully you look to Ignite BC for that.
And same for businesses too. So, you know, a lot of people are coming to town or have new positions opening. They don't know how to recruit for them, like whatsoever. And so, or if they have someone in mind, they're like, okay, here, welcome to Battle Creek. There's probably not a lot of other people your age here, but they exist. So now they can come to us and be like, hey, this is a new recruit, like, welcome them to the city. So, and we can do that and be like, hey, if you're interested in social, we have this going on, or community service, we're doing this. So it just is another reason to like stay involved and be out there.
I think we've gotten some crazy emails and people that have reached out, crazy people and crazy emails that have reached out since the launch party, and there have been a number of them that have been like, hey, can you share this job, or can you help us find somebody to fill this position type
or
deal.
Or can you throw a New Year's Eve party, because downtown Battle Creek needs that.
Not this year.
Not this year. Too short notice.
Yeah.
But that's an awesome thing that brings a lot of business to town. People, if it's a great party, I mean, people want to celebrate. It's a new year.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's some awesome ideas that have come forward. So we encourage people to definitely hit us up on Facebook and tell them what they are.
Yeah, so Kayla can call me at 11.
Maybe just say Happy New Year.
There's no chance. She's never just called with nothing.
But it's really cool that we didn't know each other at all, and now we've created this great base of friends that get together and have pizza and call each other with creative entrepreneurial ideas at 11 o'clock at night. And, you know, I've modified my favorites on my phone list because of new relationships that I've made.
I mean, that's one of the big things we've noticed ever since launching, you know, Cafe Rica downtown, is we met so many people that like we talk to all of the time now.
Yeah.
And it was just by happenstance, really. Like, it wasn't like we went to a networking event to go hand out business cards.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
I think people with the same ideas that we have, like, want to help other businesses that just started. So we saw a bunch of people just come in and kind of like, oh, hey, I run this, or I'm part of this, you know. And so they come out, show support, and it's continual. It's not just a one-time thing. So
yeah, it's weird. I think it's one of those things where you throw yourself into the community almost, and the connections kind of find you.
Yeah.
Like you guys did that, right? You were like, we're gonna open up this cold brew / coffee shop, right? And you kind of put your flag down, and I think those connections just come, and it's really, really cool.
yeah, that's one reason we wanted to start doing this, was because there are so many just people out there doing cool stuff that, you know, there's only so many outlets to get to people. So this is just one more that people might be able to find something like Ignite BC.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So one of the things we like to ask is, I'm sure there's a couple hurdles getting Ignite BC started. What kind of was your biggest hurdle, and that kind of ended up being a plus, a positive?
I think to start, and you can start with your hurdle, but the community has been really, really supportive of Ignite BC. I mean, we'll probably tell you a hurdle or two maybe, but the buy-in that we've had from people has been really good, in my opinion.
I'd say that the hurdles are just, it's a new organization. We don't know what we're doing.
Right.
Like, we don't have experience in running an organization. You know, I have a legal experience, you have nonprofit world, so like together with our steering committee, we always come up with a solution, but it really takes just sitting down and like hammering through it.
Right.
And we do that quite often, where it's like, hey, this is an issue, everyone throw out your ideas. And so I think that's just a part of running an organization, which is kind of cool, that you can see how strengths come out and you can solve problems collectively, which just in the bigger picture is how the world works, how the community needs to work. And so being able to bring together the for-profit world, the nonprofit world, the Kalamazoo world, plus the Marshall world, like, we're just able to really come up with new cool ideas. So I'd say that's been a challenge, but also really amazing to see that.
I think everyone wants to put Ignite BC in a box right now and package it up really, really nicely. And so, like, when we went on the radio this morning, every time I think we explain what the organization is, it's different. And I think it's going to be for quite some time. Like, I think it's going to grow organically, and it's going to be what we all want it to be, because we're the ones that are going to be leading it. So I don't know what this looks like in a year. I think we're still doing really, really fun, cool stuff. We're still making connections, but maybe something pops out, a real opportunity to improve the community, and we're the right organization for it. I don't think we would back down from that as long as it fits our mission and our vision. So, I don't know, the boxing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know what it is, and there's different people that want to share their input of what they think that it should be. And that's great. They're community members too, and please do share. But I don't think it's going to be in a box anytime soon.
And every year and every event, just kind of, as long as we're furthering social, professional development, or community, it's in line with us. So, you know, maybe this month we're doing the broom ball and helping youth with sports. Next month we could be helping the homeless and clothing. You know, it's really just whatever people are passionate about and what's relevant to the time. So I would say it's probably just a spinning circle.
It's a living, breathing thing.
It is, yeah. Because we want to stay fresh, we want to stay with the times, we want to stay what the community needs. So yeah, it's going to be ever changing.
Maybe we'll get better at explaining what it is eventually. But
Yeah, we've told the same story the same way probably once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just changes, and there's little things that get thrown in here, and
But I'd say that's
I think it's just the
good.
message.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the the words or the verbiage is. It's what the message and what
Yeah.
it's about, which
Yeah.
is what people want. And I like what I'm hearing with these guys.
Yeah. And not everything needs to be in a box. Like there's a couple times that someone's like, "Hey, what's this?" So they're talking about your launch party, and I was like, "Well, it's sort of this, but you should just come anyway.
Just go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah.
We'll help you talk to people you don't know. Just
Right.
go.
Yeah.
We know plenty
Yeah.
of these people, and we got some people to go and some people didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe more people come to the broom ball and just go from there.
I mean, we need guys like you to be a part of Ignite BC to spread the word, right? So like that fundraising, friend-raising committee, funds are really, really important, but if we're not constantly, engaging more friends, like I don't think we're doing a good job because
Yeah.
there's people moving in and the community doesn't look the same right now as it did 6 months ago.
Right,
there's
yeah.
different people here, there's people that aren't here anymore, and there's new people. So we need to figure out a good way to engage everyone and have them be
engage
able to
the new
plug in.
businesses. Like
Yeah.
it's so awesome that you'll have a launch party and hopefully we can bring a bunch of igniters to
Yeah.
check out this new cafe.
Yeah.
Like this is great.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be fun.
Then the last question we like to leave on is, so what is a little bit of advice that you have for anyone listening, be it professional advice, personal advice, something that you could say would help them overcome something or have some confidence in themselves to just do whatever it is they want?
I would say be zealous and persevere. It's tough. I mean, it does not happen overnight, and you have to stick with it. Like there are times where I'm like, nope, this event's not going to happen. Just cancel it. Adam can.
She wants to cancel every event we plan. Something happens and I get a phone call. She's like, we need to cancel it. Well, maybe we can just tweak it.
And
a
then
little
like
bit.
an hour later, I'm like, okay, I got this. Here we go.
Talk her up the
So
ledge.
I would say you just have to keep plowing through, and you have to have passion behind it.
Yeah. I think what the Community Foundation and being in Battle Creek has taught me is my job, I think, puts me into the community. But I would just urge anyone to just throw themselves out there. It's one of those things. It's like going to college, I think. It's like you can stay in your dorm and be like really timid and scared of meeting people, but if you just jump in and join organizations or whatever that, whatever floats your boat, you're just going to make that many more friends, that many more connections. And I think that's what being part of the community is too. Just jumping in and you're
Lose
going
a little sleep.
Yeah,
You're gonna
say
lose
yes. Say yes more than you say no.
Yeah.
And you are gonna lose sleep.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're gonna make a lot of cool friends along the way. So
It's well worth it.
Yeah.
So where can everybody listening or watching find Ignite BC on social media? Like what are the tags you guys have?
Ignite Battle Creek are our Facebook and Instagram tags. We don't have a Twitter yet. And then www.ignitebc.org. And you can put your email in there. So
Yeah.
we would encourage everyone to go to our website and put their email in. That way they'll just stay updated on all of our events when we email them out and things like that.
Yeah, that's kind of I guess at this point, that's our membership. Like self-identify,
Yeah.
plug in your email, and we'll start sending, we won't overwhelm you, but we'll start sending you stuff if you want to be plugged in, you want to be part of the organization, the more the merrier.
Yeah. And
So,
just, forward the emails along and share
Spread the
and
word.
come to some events.
Yeah. If you're interested in being on a committee, still room. We still have room, right? So we can always plug people in.
And our steering committee isn't full, our committees aren't full, like our membership is not full. We want everyone to come forward to, you know, to tell us their ideas, to tell us how they want to be involved. Like, we are completely open. Like, Adam and I do not want to run this. Like, we want the more the merrier. It is so true. So we would strongly encourage anyone who's interested or wants to know more, call us, email us, you know, grab coffee with us.
Yeah, it feels like we had to run 100 miles an hour to get it off the ground, but now it's starting to fly a little bit, and so we want to bring everyone aboard and
get them involved.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm ready to join. Are you?
Well, already am. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming down, having some drinks with us at the rink, downtown Battle Creek. You guys got anything else?
No,
I don't think
thanks.
so. Come to the broom ball tournament on Saturday. So.
All right. See y'all Saturday.
Yes. Sign up for Ignite BC. Take it easy.